Shalom Israel. First, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, 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 Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahushai, all praises due. Alright, Shalom Israel. I know it's first vid in a minute, man. But back at it, man. Just really been really thinking about what we got coming for us, man. It's a lot that we gotta really think about and meditate on every day. We can't let a day go by and won't meditate on nothing. About what's to come, about transcendence. We gotta try every day to get better. 1% better every day. But yeah, it's Monday, beginning of another week. We in December now. Had a unit meeting yesterday, and I had this precept that I brought up from Isaiah 54. Because I had read that chapter a few days beforehand, and the Spirit told me I think I should make a video on this. So yeah, man, we're gonna go through Isaiah chapter 54, go through the whole thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and start at verse 1. And if I hear something in the back, that's a little music playing. My boys know that's that Lofi. Helps me meditate, bro, when I'm listening to it. But this is Isaiah chapter 54, starting at verse 1. It says, "Sing, O barren, thou that didst not bear. Break forth into singing, and cry aloud, thou that didst not travail with child. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife, saith the Lord. Enlarge the place of thy tent, and let them stretch forth the curtains of thy habitations. Spare not, lengthen thy cords, and strengthen thy stakes. For thou shalt not break forth on the right hand and on the left." Oh, Salakia, I'm going to read that again, verse 3. "For thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left, and thy seed shall inherit the Gentiles, and make the desolate cities to be inhabited." So it says our seed is going to inherit the Gentiles, man. It's that captivity that they got coming for them, bro. Our kids, they gonna inherit the Gentiles just like we are, man. Verse 4. "Fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither be thou confounded. For thou shalt not be put to shame, and for thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shalt not remember the reproach of thy widowhood anymore." So it says, us being ashamed, confounded, we're never gonna be that no more, man. Pursuing Isaiah 54:17, I'm gonna read it real quick. "But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with the everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end." So that's a good precept to show Christians that that Israel is His world. Israel is a world that's not ashamed or confounded. There's more than one world. The idea of what a world is what Christians messed up when they go into John 3:16. But getting back to Isaiah 54. Everything that we went through, man, that's going out the window, man. Verse 5. "For thy maker is thine husband, the Lord of hosts is his name, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, the power of the whole earth shall he be called." So that's a big precept right there, man, because we're spiritually married to the Most High. It says the widowhood in verse 4. That's when the Most High divorced us, man. He divorced all of us because we were we were serving other gods. So he got rid of us. He said, "Y'all want to serve other gods? Be my guest. Go ahead." So it says, "Thy maker is thine husband." We're married to him. The Lord of hosts, Yahweh, is his name. He is the Redeemer of the Holy One of Israel, and he's the power of the whole earth shall he be called. Because when it's all said and done, every nation, Israel or not, they're gonna worship the name of Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahushai, just like we do. We're going to make every nation on this planet know his name and worship his name every day. He's our power for sure. He's our power, but they will worship him. Verse 6. "For the Lord hath called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, and a wife of youth, when thou wast refused, saith thy power." So here again, he always refers to Israel as like a woman to, because he's spiritually, he's married to Israel. He chose us out of all nations. So we're married to the Most High spiritually. So it says, we were a woman forsaken because he got rid of us. We were serving other gods. So the Most High divorced us. Let's go to verse 7. It says, for a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. And that precept always makes me, laugh a little bit, because, it says for a small moment he forsake us. But, it's been a bunch of years, but, a day to the Most High is like 1,000 years, bro. So that's always funny. He saw it, because the Most High, him forsaking us, that just only for a little bit. But for us, that was 500 plus years. So that's how he was down bad. But verse 7, I'll read it again. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith the Lord thy Redeemer. So he's saying, he never, Christians, they always be like, I've heard some Christians say that, he doesn't love Israel anymore, or he forsook Israel. Like, he never took them back. What do you mean? He always said it was only, he said it was for a little moment, just for a little moment. And then he had mercy on us, which is right now. I've heard that, man. That's just the dumbest thing to say, bro. Verse 9. For this, so I'm reading again. Verse 9, Isaiah 54. For this is as the waters of Noah unto me. For as I have sworn that the waters of Noah should no more go over the earth, so have I sworn that I would not be wroth with thee, nor rebuke thee. So he said, once he gonna take us back, and he forsook us for a little bit, but he's gonna take us back. And with the waters of Noah, he said, I'm gonna destroy it once, but I ain't gonna destroy it that way no more. He said, I'm gonna get rid of y'all once, but I'm gonna take y'all back. And once I take y'all back, I'm not getting rid of y'all no more. That's happening now, man. We was with the Most High, he divorced us, and now we're back to him. So now we're back to him. We're gonna forever be with him, bro. And you just gotta get all praises for that, man. It's just really thinking that he had the grace to even give us Yahawashi, and let Yahawashi take on everything that we should have got, And you can read Isaiah 53 that goes into detail about him being ruined for our transgressions and what that meant for our salvation and what that meant for Yahawashi's redemption, because he had to redeem himself since he went off as Adam. And we were, it's just a blessing from the Most High that he even gave us that chance, to even get that fix of what happened in the garden. Verse 10. For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed, but my kindness shall not depart from thee, neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed, saith the Lord, that have mercy on thee. See, he had mercy on us. He never forsook us completely. Because he did say forsook us for just a little bit, but he said his mercies have turned back unto us. Verse 11 through 17 is really the main part of what I want to make this video for. So because that's a precept that I brought out from my unit meeting. So I'm gonna really get into detail about 11 through 17. It says, O thou afflicted. So it's talking to us, by the way. I'm talking to Israel. It says, O thou afflicted, tossed with tempest, and not comforted. Behold, I will lay thy stones with fair colors, and lay thy foundations with sapphires. And I will make thy windows of agates, and thy gates of carbuncles, and all thy borders of pleasant stones. So he's telling us how he's going to build our kingdom when it comes back, man. If you can go to Revelations 21, verses 18 to 21, it tells you what stones are going to be, the kingdom going to be built upon, bro. And it's just crazy to try to imagine that, man. So he's trying to tell us that our next kingdom, which is forever, pursuant to Daniel 7:18, I believe, is gonna be forever. It's gonna be everlasting. So it's gotta be the top. It's gotta be top tier, and it's coming from the Most High. So it's gonna be cold. It's just coming from him. His thoughts are not our thoughts, man. So he can think above and beyond, exceedingly and abundantly above all we ask or think. Verse 13. And all thy children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. That's just beautiful to think, man, because our kids ain't gonna never have to experience the stuff that we experience, man. Especially like driving around, you get pulled over, don't know if you're gonna make it home after that. Going to a gas station, being followed around in a store, getting accused of some shit just because of your skin color, what you look like, just because you got dreads or tattoos or something. They automatically think you a thug or a criminal, or just a flat out nigga like the world portrays us, man. Being oppressed, being on the bottom from birth. Shit, everything that we went through, our ancestors going through slavery, our kids ain't gonna never have to experience or know about any of that. They ain't got to know that. Only thing they gonna know is Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahushua. But let me get a precept for when it says, great shall be the peace of thy children. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 11. Isaiah chapter 11, I'm gonna read 6 through 8. It's talking about what's gonna be going on in the kingdom. Verse 6, it says, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall feed them. So our children is going to be feeding young lions and calves and wolves and leopards. Verse 7, the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like an ox. Verse 8, and the suckling child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den. And the cockatrice is referring to like an adder or a snake. So our kids gonna be able to play with snakes, and the snakes gonna be playing back with our kids, man. I remember Matthias, KD brought that out in the video. I cannot remember what video. It was an old video, OG video. But when he said that, I just had to just really meditate on how peaceful that is. Imagine your kids like 2-3 years old walking around playing with snakes, and the snakes is playing with them back. Like, I never could even think of something like that, man. Our kids gonna have pure peace. Read verse 13 again. It says, and all thy children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. In righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. So they're saying oppression gonna be far away from us. We're not gonna be oppressed anymore. We're not gonna fear, and we're not gonna have no more terror. And the only reason why they're gonna have that, because that comes from the curses that's in Deuteronomy 28. All them curses getting turned on the heathen now. Everything being oppressed, being feared, being terror, being beaten, being put in chains, being the bottom people and being the head and not the tail, or being the tail and not the head. You know, all of that was put upon us. But let's go to Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And let's see what Yahweh said. Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Actually, you know what? Let's start at let's go 6. Let's go Deuteronomy 30 and 6, actually. Wait, I had to start at verse 1. Let me see. You know what? Let's start at verse 1. Why not? Let's start at verse 1. Deuteronomy 30, start at verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessings and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither the Lord thy power hath driven thee, and shalt return unto the Lord thy power, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thy heart, with all thy soul. So that's happening now, man. We turn back to the Lord. We obey his commandments. So let's see what's going to happen since we started doing that. Verse 3. That then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity, and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy power have scattered thee. So he's going to give captivity, yokes broken off of us. He's going to gather us together. Verse 4, if any of thine be driven out unto the uttermost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. So it don't matter where you at on this earth. I don't care if you're in America, you can be in fucking China. He will gather you back here. We got Israelites everywhere, bro. He scattered us to the four corners of the earth. So we don't know where the elect is, but we know the majority of us is here. So however the elect go get here, the Most High gonna make sure they gotta get here. So make sure we all click up together. Verse 5. And the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, back to Israel, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good. And he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers. And the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart, and the heart of thy seed, to love the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. All right, verse 7. Here's the meat that I want to get to. And the Lord that power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So every curse that we went through is getting put on them. All of them, man. All of them. And then some. Because they getting a double cup. Back to Isaiah 54. Let's get verse 15. If y'all hear this noise, man, it's mad windy outside. It's like crazy cold out here, man. I mean, it's December, so it's supposed to be around this cold, but it's windy, man. It's cold. It ain't snowing yet. It snowed a few times in Chicago already, but it didn't stick. But yeah, man, that dark winter is coming, and that's talking literally and physically, or metaphorically. Verse 15. Behold, they shall gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. So he said the people on this planet gonna gather together to try to come against us. But he said they not gonna come against us because he sent them against us. They doing it on their own accord. So let's see what's gonna happen to them. They gather themselves against us. Let's get Zechariah 12:3. Zechariah 12:3. Let's get verse 2. It says, behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in the siege, both against Judah and against Jerusalem. So a siege is when you surround somebody, a minute, you surround them and you're trying to take everything that they got. But let's get verse 3. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though all the people of the earth shall be gathered together against it. That's going to be World War III. World War III is Israel versus the entire world, bro. Israel versus everybody. Let's get Isaiah 54:15 again. Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. And verse 17 is one of the main reason why I made this video. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. Man, Isaiah 54:17 is something that I heard numerous amount of times when I was a won't he do it back in my younger days, like I'm 20 years old. But when I was a kid, man, when I had to go to church with my mom, man, I heard that a lot, man. When somebody was going through something, they'd be like, oh, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, so you're gonna be all right. You know, they always said that, and that's what I thought it meant. Even in its truth, that's what I thought it meant, you know. And then I would probably precept that we're not appointed to wrath, you know, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. You know, it's saying, oh, the Most High gonna get you, man. You're gonna be all right. But now rereading that other day, man, I just really thought about it. Like, bro, no weapon formed against us is gonna prosper because, you know, we're gonna be immortal. You know, the Christians, they never read the rest of the verse, man. That verse is not just no weapon formed against thee shall prosper. That's not the whole verse, man. That verse is another 5 lines long. So it's like, man, I really hear my spirit thinking that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. We're going to be immortal. That's the only reason why no weapon going to prosper, because we're going to be immortal, invincible. Nothing can fuck with us, bro. We're going to be perfect. Like, I can't, like, literal superheroes, bro. Like, really thinking about every superhero comic, everything you ever seen. Put all of their powers into one person, bro. That's going to be us in that day. Really think about that, bro. I don't care. You can put Flash, Superman, fucking Hulk, Spider-Man. I don't give a fuck what super character you like. Anime, Goku, Baki, anybody, bro. Put them all into one person. That's going to be an Israelite man of the Lord in that day. Plus Yahushua, what he was able to do, man. Just really think about, bro, that's crazy to imagine, bro. Because I love superheroes growing up as a kid. I'm really getting into anime nowadays. Watching Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. I started Baki. I'm finna start Jujutsu Kaisen. For all those who watch anime, you know, really, man, just really thinking about all of that stuff and just really thinking about how we gonna be. Really thinking about that, cause something that KD brought out in his video, I can't remember which one it was, but he said he was driving. But he said the Most High is not giving us this spiritual power. He's not giving us something that we ain't got. He's just turning up something that's already in us, bro. Like, it's already in us, bro. So you just gotta prepare your mind right now to when you get it, when it gets, not even when you get it, when he turns it on, when he flip that switch, you prepare for it. Cause like I said, he's not giving us something that we ain't got, bro. We damn near already got spiritual powers. Who can break down these scriptures like us, bro? Who can really call out chariots by calling on the name of the Most High like we did in the Red Mister, bro? We called on his name and chariots popped up, bro. Like, you can't do that. Can't nobody do that shit like us, bro. Can't nobody break down these scriptures like we can. Like, nobody got that oil, bro. Like, we already got spiritual powers damn near, like, in here, bro. And in the spirit. But our bodies just gotta match our minds now, bro. So that's why we gotta get our minds right now, man. So then when that shit go down, we get transcended. We gotta prepare for it, bro. You gotta I love how Captain Shem would always say it in our meetings, bro. It's like, you know, you preparing for a game that you didn't study for. You didn't watch the film. You didn't broke down your plays that you gonna know that's gonna destroy their team. Like, it's just for all my people who play sports in high school and college and things like that, man. It's like, you know, we already got the blueprint laid out. We know how we gonna beat our enemies. We've been meditating on it, how we gonna prepare, what plays we gonna run, this, that, and the third. But now when that happens, you know, game time is almost here. Game time is when we get that spiritual power. That's when the referee blow the whistle. When you get to it, get it busting. So just really meditate on what kind of king you want to be. Not even a king, but a god, bro. He said, "Ye are gods, bro. We're not just regular people, bro. We're not like the rest of these people, man. We got to carry ourselves better now, so that when it comes, we already been doing that, so we already know how to practice it." But just really start meditating, Akim, and Akwaf as well, if you're listening, man. How you gonna be a helper in the household when everything goes down? We get set up in the I want to say camps, but you know, the rally point. There you go. When we get everybody set up, man, how you gonna take care of the household? How you gonna represent your husband? How you gonna take care of kids when you get them? Or even help out the sister wives who got kids already. How you gonna be helpful for them, man? It's just, we all gotta band together, just get our minds right. Keep focused on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Stand steadfast, pray without ceasing. I mean, it's not like we beating a dead horse, but this is a dead horse that gotta keep being beat. But I just want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. It's my first video in a minute. It feels great today. Man, we preparing for eternity, man. Just really trying to think about eternity real quick. Let me get a precept about eternity real quick that I found in Ecclesiastes 18. That was pretty cool, bro. So it's just, I mean, it's just, eternity is just never ending, bro. It's just never ending, man. Ecclesiastes 18, and where is that, bro? Ecclesiastes 18 and 10. It says, "As a drop of water unto the sea, and a gravel stone in comparison of the sand, so are 1,000 years to the days of eternity." So 1,000 years in eternity is equivalent to one drop of water in an entire ocean of sea, bro. Just really think about how long eternity really is, man. Like, can you imagine just being in the kingdom right now, just waking up, being perfect, no aching bodies, ain't no knee pain, no back pain, waking up, you ain't gotta go to work, fucking 9 to 5, you whooping heathens ass from 9 to 5 all day, get up in the morning, man, see your kids, see your wives, go probably meet up with some ox, man, get a mission planned out, get in your chariot, slide to a different planet, bro, conquer a planet, depending on how long it'll take you, man. Conquering the planet, stamping it with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai's name on it, man. Make sure everybody on that planet, whatever life force is on there, make sure they know the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, forwards and backwards. Teach them how to write the name. Teach them about Yahweh Shai, about the 144,000, about Israel. Come back to that planet, man. Think about having a feast or Yahweh Shai when all this is said and done, man. We all get to like a big ass table. Yahweh Shai give us that wine that he said he preserved and that he ain't drank, pursuing to Matthew 26 to 29, bro. just really thinking about the amount of fun and peace and love for our people we gonna have when this is all said and done. I know we got things to go to, but we got a lot to experience before that, man. So thinking about what we got coming for us, because when we get turned up, that's damn near salvation right there. I know it ain't, but it's close to it, man. This is gonna be a beautiful day. Everything that the scriptures say that I said in that day, shit, that day is closer than we believe, going to Romans 13 and 11. But I'm just blabbing on now, bro. Video been over with, but yeah, man. Continue to pray for one another. For those who you talk to on a daily basis, for those who you haven't heard from in a while, just pray for them, man, because you don't know what they're going through, if they brought it out or not. Just yeah, man. And whatever you do, don't let a day go by that you don't tell the Most High thank you for the position we in right now. Don't let one day go by. Don't let one day go by. Just tell him thank you. Just tell him thank you. But that's enough, man. I'm gonna go ahead and meditate. Probably give me a prayer in. Go in the crib. Do some funky ass homework because the boy is in captivity in the school version. But with that, I want to end this video by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Crocodiles. Peace and blessings to you, Akim and Akwaf. Shalom.